I think Shavkat's going to beat him. I think a lot of you think that, but I'm super pumped about this fight. Why? Two undefeated major prospects going at it. And this is a 5-round co-main event. Shavkat, I've been watching him. I'm wondering what's so special about this guy. Why does everybody keep tapping or getting knocked out by this guy? What's so special about him? And I'll tell you, after watching his fights, it's kind of obvious. He has a relentless pressure. The man is an animal. He doesn't have the best defense, but when he gets hit, he moves forward. Yes, I've seen him even get dropped. He gets up like a zombie, walks forward. He has an incredible robustness and resilience. Now, his defense is good. It's just not great. He gets hit. He gets tagged. He gets pushed around. He gets even taken down. He bounces back up and marches forward. His relentless pressure, I think, is going to be way too much with him. I watch also, they had a mutual opponent in Jeff Neal, and Jeff Neal did a good job in both fights. I mean, he's a very tough competitor, very elite guy, but they were both able to beat him. However, Shavkat obviously finished him with a standing choke. It was a seesaw battle. It was back and forth. Jeff Neal had some very good moments, even though you can kind of tell that Shavkat was wearing on him for a very long time. You can't deny that Jeff Neal got in some good shots, some heavy shots. He even stunned Shavkat at one point. With Ian, though, Jeff Neal with Ian, when Ian was fighting Jeff Neal, you could see that he was never anywhere near really finishing Jeff Neal, even though he landed some very nice knees. He tagged Jeff Neal with hard shots. He just doesn't seem to have the same finishing ability as a Shavkat. Shavkat's finishing ability is incredible. For Ian Garry to win this fight, I think he'd have to stay on the outside for quite a long time, pick and poke, stick and move. And we saw that even Wonderboy wasn't able to do that against Shavkat. Wonderboy was not able to do that. Wonderboy had a pretty good first round. First round was very close. I don't know who to give it to. I thought it was so close, so tight. Yes, Shavkat controlled a lot of the clinching on the fence. Wonderboy was on the fence for quite a bit, but Wonderboy landed the better strikes. It was one of those very difficult to call rounds. By round 2, he just started breaking Wonderboy, bringing him down, wearing him out, and then eventually tapped him out with just like 4 seconds left. 4 seconds left in round 2. He was able to do what no man has ever done before. He was able to submit Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, a man who's been training his entire life. I think he's going to sub Ian Garry. If he can do that to Jeff Neal and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, 2 elite strikers who are not easy to finish, 2 guys who are incredibly robust, highly experienced, I think he's going to run down, chop down, wrestle down Ian Garry eventually. Ian Garry's tall. We all know he's tall. We all know he's going to try to keep it on the outside. We all know he's going to try to pick and poke, stick and move. He's going to throw those knees. Those are hard knees. Those are dangerous knees, and it is very possible. It's not impossible, guys, that Ian Garry finishes his fight with a KO. He has a KO win over Rodriguez. Head kick. Other than that, I think he has one other finish in the UFC. Actually, let me look at that again. He doesn't have that much finishing, okay, but he is a hard hitter. He's a tough guy, but his finishing ability is nowhere near that of Shavkat. And we're talking about a fight of 5 rounds. He'd have to be picking and poking, sticking and moving for 5 rounds against Shavkat. It's going to be a very difficult thing to do. With Michael Page, he had a unanimous decision, even though it was a very close fight. I did also give it to Ian Garry, but if you watch that fight, it was quite close. He beat Jeff Neal by split decision, Neil Magny by unanimous decision, Daniel Rodriguez by KO, head kick. He beat Keenan Song with the punches in round 3. He got tagged bad by Song. He got dropped by Song in round 1 and came back to beat him. Song just wasn't really active, and eventually Ian was able to put him away. Decision versus Gabe Green. Darian Weeks with decision. Jordan Williams. This is his first fight in UFC. Jordan Williams, he had a first round. Oh, yeah, that's right. He slid back with that right hand. Boom, beautiful shot. He slid back with the right hand, caught Jordan Williams and KO'd him with 1 second left in round 1. So, look, he's had 2 finishes in UFC out of 8 fights. He's a tough guy, but I don't think he has anywhere near the finishing ability of a Shavkat. Guys, I'm picking Shavkat for this one. I'm looking at the polls right now. 70% so far are saying Shavkat by finish. Guys, don't forget, this is a 5-rounder. Shavkat gets 10 extra minutes. For those of you who don't know, these two have sparred together. They've trained together. So they know each other well. It's a very interesting fight. I can't wait to see how that plays out. Guys, don't forget, use promo code HOLIDAY55 off. HOLIDAY55 off and get 55% off anything on jujiclub.com. That's extra 5% for the holidays, guys. I'm giving you 5 extra percent. Use HOLIDAY50 off. It's a limited time offer only. And don't forget, guys, I just released today, just now, half guard. Okay, so those of you asking me about half guard. It's not knee shield, it's half guard. I'm teaching you guys half guard, the bottom game. Came out really, really well. I'm sure you guys will use it for many, many years. Check out my new half guard video on jujiclub.com. Use HOLIDAY55 off. It's on the bottom of your screen. It's in the description, and get 55% off anything on jujiclub.com. Okay, guys, I'm taking questions and comments on this fight only, and then we're going to wrap it up. I'm not going to do this fight for too long because I think we're all pretty much convinced that Shavkat's going to get a finish in this fight. 70% is saying Shavkat's going to be 18-0 with another finish. Why am I so excited about this fight? Because I think Ian Garry is going to be a tough challenge. I'm really excited about this fight. I'm more excited about this fight than the main event. Why? I think it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a real battle, guys. This ain't going to be an easy fight, but still, I'm super confident that Shavkat's going to win. But this one's going to be a barn burner. I can't wait to see it. Hello, Coach. It's AJ. I trained at your gym this weekend. Thank you for the photo. That's from AJ Paul Gill. Well, AJ, you're welcome, my man. Thank you for coming in. Actually made it to one of these this time. That's from Shafiq. Salam alaikum, Shafiq. Welcome to the chat. We're talking about the fight. Shavkat leaves his chin up. There's to get tagged. That's from William Anderson. Look, I totally agree. He's hittable. He's very hittable. He's even been dropped. Jeff Neal actually tagged him really well. He takes it, man. He's so tough. But he does get hit. He does. You're right. He doesn't have the best defense. One day it's going to catch up to him. One day we're going to maybe watch Shavkat get stopped or really badly hurt or lose a fight. I just don't think it's this one. I just don't think it's Ian Garry. It could be. Ian Garry has long limbs. He has good footwork. He can grapple. He can wrestle. He's getting much better with the wrestling and the grappling. But I don't think it's anywhere near what Shavkat can do. Shavkat has no head movement. That's from Jonathan. You noticed that too, Jonathan. You're right. He doesn't move his head. There's a lot of improvement for Shavkat. I'm telling you, there's a lot. A good trainer can take Shavkat even further than he's gone so far. He's a very, obviously he's an incredible talent. However, there's still a lot of polishing to do. Definitely. Steven was never subbed. That's from Ancient Aryan. Well, he was in that fight. He was never subbed prior to the Shavkat fight. But in the Shavkat fight with 1 second left in round number 2, he did tap. Shavkat is bringing a grapple-heavy game plan. That's from Rest the Reaper. I'm sure he is. And you know what? He has an arsenal of submissions. He doesn't just do the same submission over and over again. He actually has a guillotine submission victory. He has, rear naked choke. What else does he have? Let me see here. Let's see. Let's look at all his finishes, man. The guy has finished 100% of his opponents. Let's take a quick look here. Let's go down memory lane here. 6 wins in UFC. Stephen Thompson, rear naked choke. Jeff Neal, standing rear naked choke. Neil Magny, guillotine choke. Karsten Harrison, spinning hook kick to ground strikes. Oh, yes. Guys, we forgot about Shavkat. Shavkat loves to throw that spinning hook kick. He actually lands it quite a bit. Michael Prazeres. He hit also Michael Prazeres with the spinning heel kick. Rear naked choke, but before the rear naked choke, he subbed Prazeres with a rear naked choke, but he did hit him with a nice spinning hook kick that caught him flush, hurt him, got on top of him, and then choked him. Oliveira, also guillotine Oliveira. Okay, so he has 2 guillotines in UFC. After that, it's punches, corner stoppage, TKO, triangle choke. He won by triangle choke, rear naked choke, punch to the body, rear naked choke, guillotine choke. Guys, he's got a nasty guillotine. We're seeing the trend here. Punches, triangle choke. He wins with KOs. He wins with submissions. Okay, amateur bout. Look at this. First amateur bout. First amateur bout. Listen to this. This is Shavkat's record. A loss. Decision. Then he won one fight. Won another. Won another. It doesn't show that how it ended. Decision, unanimous. And then he lost to the same guy. He lost to the same man twice in the amateurs. His first fight, he lost to Gadzi Murad. And then his fifth amateur fight, he lost to Gadzi Murad. Let me look at Gadzi Murad. Gadzi Murad is also a bad man. Look at this, 14-6. Gadzi Murad can say that he beat Shavkat twice. Incredible. It's quite incredible. Okay, guys. Let's keep the comments and questions on this fight, and we're going to move along shortly. I know a lot of you might not be as excited as I am for this fight. Coach Shav has more tools to finish the fight, but Garry has aggression to win the fight. That's from Charles Biddle. I don't think Gary's going to be too aggressive. I think Gary's going to stay on the outside. He's going to try to use his reach. He doesn't want to lock horns. I don't know if you guys saw, a lot of you saw the Jeff Neal fight. It wasn't the most popular fight. It wasn't the most loved fight. But Jeff Neal was able to hold Ian Garry on the fence quite a bit for a prolonged period of time. And I think Shavkat's going to do just the same job, but even better. Just even better, and he's gonna kind of maul him on the fence, bring him down, tie him up, wrist ride him, leg ride him, just crush him, and then put on the finishing touches. Coach, is Shavkat Lauren Sanko's favorite fighter? I don't know who Lauren Sankos is. Lauren Sankos. Yeah, she works for UFC. I don't know. You'd have to ask her. Oh, she's a commentator. That's right. That's right. Yes. I don't know if she's her favorite fighter. You're gonna have to ask. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Enjoy. That's from Rock Blester. Is it Thanksgiving? It's Thanksgiving now in America. We had our Thanksgiving. We have it a month earlier in Canada. Garry decision or Shavkat finish? That's from Geo Thrasher. I don't know. I can't see. Look, he could win. Ian Garry could. It's always a chance, but I don't see him winning even decision. I just don't see it. I'm excited to join your gym in December. That's from Da. I will see you in December, my friend. Shavkat would destroy him in the clinch. That's from Blur. Destroy might be a bit of a strong word. I think he'll wear him down slowly, and then eventually put on the finishing touches. But it's not going to be that easy. It's not going to be like, I got you up against the fence, crunch, you're on the ground, and I'm crippling you. No, it's not going to be that easy. It's going to be work, guys. Ian Garry's a tough man. What's his record now? He's like 14, 15 fights. Let me see here. He's like 8 wins in a row. Let me see that. Let me see here. Ian Garry. 8 wins in a row in UFC, which is an incredible accomplishment. Incredible. And he has a total of 15 fights. All wins. Incredible accomplishment.